Hello and welcome to my video. I'm going to give a trigger warning. DV is going to be talked about as well as certain things involving kids. This video is from Repzilla and he is talking about the Donut Mom. She is a mom of 3 on TikTok who is famous for calling herself a quote lazy mom and feeding her kids copious amounts of junk food. No, I am not going to comment on her body. This is not body shaming. That's not the purpose of this video. It has nothing to do with her body or how she looks or even what she feeds her kids mostly. My issue with this creator is a little deeper and I'm going to explain why.
Hey, welcome back into today's video. We're back again, and you guessed it, we're going to talk about another terrible TikTok mom. Alexandra Sabal, aka the Donut Mom, welcome to the show. Alex doesn't have a clean home, but she thinks she does. Piles of collected feces from free-roaming rabbits that her children walk around barefoot on beg to differ. She's involved herself in troubles, the police have been involved, and apparently her boyfriend walks around without clothes on in the middle of the night while he does things to himself, and the children are sleeping.
Yes, Alex was involved in a throuple in the past where she had a boyfriend as well as a girlfriend, and allegedly while the 3 of them were together, her current boyfriend was outside the door loving himself. Let's put it that way. It's disgusting, but let's move on.
You're not ready for today's episode of Exploring Lolcows. If you're unfamiliar, on TikTok, she goes by AlexBaby97. For this video, we will call her Alex. She has over 820,000 followers and 44.6 million likes. So she sets the stage by branding herself as a lazy mother. Let's dig deeper. Jesus, some of her views, 89.6 million, 22 million, 6.4 million, 6.6 million. And she's plating food for her children and just kind of throwing the plates at us. Her very first video that has 1 million views, responding to the viewers saying, "Why don't you ever comb her hair? She always looks nappy, poor baby."
Looks brushed to me.
She's also got a couple playlists here. This one stands out to me. Have you ever heard of the Infinity Hoop? I've never seen this sort of exercise device in my entire life. She's also got a Facebook page with over 51,000 followers. And I believe an Instagram with over 3,000 followers where she says in the bio, "I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom." 800,000 on TikTok. The oldest bits of content that I could find were an old Instagram from her high school days where she aspired to be a writer, where she has one picture of her when she was young. And I found what appeared to be a connected YouTube account where she posted some of her writing works. Titled just Alexandra Sabal, it has one video, a movie for Class Beowulf. Through this video, you'll see. Now let's look at the rest of the home. So this is the kitchen table area, and I want you to look all...
Okay, let's move on to the bigger issue of why people have a problem with this creator.
Not, definitely dirty, but in general, this isn't a floor that you'd want to be walking around on. This is how one catches ringworm, likely. There have been attempts by her to clean. They're very unsuccessful. And here's her defense of why the house is so dirty.
I know I'm not the most liked person on here, but I'm damn sure not the worst mother up here. I cook almost every night. I clean when I can. No, my house isn't spotless and it's never going to be, and I'm never going to pretend it is going to be. But it's not as bad as y'all make it out to.
And boy, did I piss some of y'all off. My only regret was not posting the cleaning video on my main account so I could get paid.
Now, this is descriptively a terrible thing to say. You don't regret that you wish you had some help to get the house clean, but that you didn't make money off of people being concerned about your children, being covered and walking around in feces.
I'm in the middle of cooking while I'm cleaning because I multitask. So sometimes there's dishes on the counter that are not dirty. They have food in them because I'm in the middle of cleaning while I'm making a meal. Now, I'm not going to say all of my dishes are dishes that I'm using right now. Obviously, some of them are dirty, but the ones on the stove are not dirty, so don't even come from. Like, imagine comparing me to some of these bad mothers up here. And I'm not going to name names or hate on anyone because I'm not that type of person, but all 3 of my kids have a bed.
Now, Alex, we have eyes to see. You're posting everything on your own volition. We can empirically see it. We can verify it. We know that this is happening, but it gets worse.
Okay, if you, as a consenting adult, want to live in filth, that's your business. However, when you put your kids in the middle of that, that's when people have an issue with you.
Then when I was back to my side, the truck sped fast. My doggies, length of time of day, and safety of the home. And arguably your home isn't very safe. You leave buckets of used diabetes needles laying around in the kitchen, and it's difficult to discern what else. Another point is, at age 7, many children still struggle with risk.
Okay, this is in regards to her leaving her 8-year-old, 7-year-old, however old he is, the oldest kid, by himself while she runs errands with the other 2 kids. Now, there is an age in which it probably is not the best idea to be leaving your kid home alone, even if it's for a couple of hours.
Risk assessment and decision making. May panic or freeze in emergencies, fires, strangers at the door, etc. Need supervision for meals, accidents, and emotional support. Experts usually recommend waiting until at least age 9 to 10 for short periods, 30 to 60 minutes. And even then, only if the child is mature and knows emergency procedures. And you yourself said,
He's not quite yet old enough to watch his younger sisters.
So if he's not mature enough to watch others, it's probably within the realm of possibility he's not mature enough to watch himself. Could be why the police found your child wandering around the neighborhood, allegedly. So there was a post here. We're unable to see the post because it was removed.
Okay, allegedly, while Alex was sleeping, her 1-year-old was walking around outside in the dead of night with no adult supervision in sight. Do you, Alex, know what could have happened to her in that time period? It takes a very short time for things to go horribly wrong, to the point where you may never see that kid again.
Accusations and slander. So if I had a quarter for every time that one of these people said something like this, and I'll grant that some of the stuff is outlandish and some of the stuff is probably false. It's just kind of the mix that goes in, but there are heavy criticisms of stuff that they post themselves that is empirically true. Tearing down a mom you've never met in person because of what you've seen on social media is completely wild to me. Do not ever contact me or her again, and if you continue to do this BS...
Okay, and after this, the girl that found the kid wandering around at night, supposedly, allegedly, Alex and her boyfriend were attacking her on social media, and this supposedly is messages that her boyfriend sent.
I'll make sure it's posted in the neighborhood page so everyone knows what kind of person you are. I'll definitely be letting our mutual friends know also. Oh no. But let's go see what he's so angry at. So you can zoom in here and I can read it for you. She's moved to my town and living with her boyfriend. He isn't the dad of any of the kids. He got 2 kids of his own. And another one saying, what the hell? I'm in the neighborhood group where the lady posted she found a toddler. She commented saying she was still in bed, and that's how she got out of the house. She's living with her boyfriend. Well, first off, that was more about him, not much to do with her. So I found this yesterday, and I can't keep it, but I wanted to show you. This is Mia, little cute. Say hello in the mic. I'm sorry. Mia wants to go. Can't keep, but want to keep. You know the feeling. Now it's time we talk about Taylor because he's the boyfriend of this situation that has, there's some concerning things about him. Apparently he's got a bunch of speeding tickets and traffic violations, but people was really looking into he has the simple. So he's made a few mistakes. Probably a decent guy. Let's look for more context before we judge. So in this next clip we're going to show he's apparently walking around the house with a pew-pew, we'll say, for censor reasons. Now, this isn't inherently wrong. People are allowed to have weapons in their home, but if they're, showing them off, given the context, we need to pay attention.
No, you can't have it. This is mine. Hers, yes.
What in the actual heck? Why is he holding it like that? They have small children in the house.
One user saying, for what reason do you need to be walking around the house so casually with a pew-pew? One person saying, I do it daily. It's my Second Amendment right, LMAO. which is true. So let's look a little further. He says never seen a pew pew before. We've had an attempted break-in, and my truck broke into. All pew pews are kept out of reach, and all 3 kids know not to touch them because they are. So saying that all children know not to touch them while they're left at home alone, I believe out of this whole story, this next part is the most concerning, and that's hard to say. But first, a little background. Alex had 2 children with Taylor. They broke up and she got with a man named James, to which is the father of her youngest, and then they opened their relationship and had a throuple with a woman named Dana. You guessed it. No, not that Dana. I understand the confusion. If you guys have ever seen my Cinnabunny video, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. Go watch it after this one. I'll put it at the top. Just finish this video, because this is about to get crazy. Composed. Dana was a normality in Alex's life for a while as she moved and was often featured in her videos. Eventually, James and Dana broke up with Alex. They stayed together. I heard that they are engaged now. Good for them.
That's it. You don't have to sleep in here.
Okay, now Donut Mom's daughter had a broken window or a couple broken windows in her bedroom. And this is in North Carolina, where the summers are unbearably hot. I live south of North Carolina, and it is unbearable if you don't have AC. Allegedly, the kids' room doesn't have air conditioned for some reason, and Alex, instead of letting her sleep with her or sleep in the living room, basically says, go back to your room.
Yeah, but you won't let me sleep in there. It's hot. In where? What? Sleep in where? In your room? No, you're not sleeping in my room. I know, you never let me. No, I don't.
Need anything? I will try hard to get it or do it. I've been helping Alex.
Okay. And allegedly, the son threatened to unalive himself because he didn't want to go to Taylor's house when the throuple was going on and Alex was not living with Taylor. Now let's go a little further. This is on Reddit, and this is another post. Sorry for my slow internet. And Alex's daughter, Brooklyn, said that Alex hits her in the face, allegedly. I'm going to keep saying allegedly because, again, I'm not there. I don't live with them. I don't know what's real and what's not a lot of times. So let's play the video.
That with my 6-year-old. They always see that. My 6-year-old has said multiple lies while I'm on TikTok live that people scream record. So someone's gonna post that tonight.
You feel like she just like to put on the show once the cameras started rolling. She like, oh, let me just put on a show. She just like to do that.
No, she always lies. She's 1 strike away from in-school suspension and school for lying to her teachers.
Oh wow! I'll ask a couple of questions before the interview tomorrow, since I was blindsided by this. So, do you think that she lies like for attention, or like she's just a natural born liar?
I think it's for attention. She does a lot of stuff for attention. Like, she'll hit her sister just so I'll get mad at her. Like, if I'm busy doing something, like if I'm editing or something like that, she'll hit her sister. Probably, like, has that scream recorded because they always see that with my 6-year-old. They always see that. If you heard her say, it was just a joke. But they're going to take that out of the clip. It's not funny, Brooklyn. Do you understand the repercussions that has on me? No. That is not something to joke about. I'm not joking this time. You're not joking this time. Nah. I hate you.
She's not joking.
I hate you, right? Right. Because you're lying again.
So she's doubling down on that one.
Yeah, apparently.
Amor, can you shut the door, baby? Thank you. And the daughter is the 6-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Is there something that she could be mistaking for hitting?
I pop her hand.
Oh, so what she's talking about is you popping her hand.
Is that what you're talking about when you say I hate you? Yeah.
So in what situation would you hit her hand?
When she pushes her sister, when she hits her sister, when she hits her.
Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Leave your comments about what you think. I'm interested to know. This creator has been all over the place on TikTok, and I finally wanted to do a video because not everybody on TikTok that is popular or has a lot of followers is, someone you would want to hang out with in real life, be with, be like, So, thank you for watching. Leave your comments. What do you think about this whole situation? And there are so many dangers when you put too much information on TikTok or any social media. So, if you are on social media, don't put things like this and watch what you share. Thank you for watching.